Welcome back to First of All. And Kay, we have an interesting topic here today that I believe personally only you and I can tackle it in the appropriate way. And it is Imane Khelif, who is a Nigerian boxer who was accused of being basically a transgender woman and went in there and beat up Angelica. You got to tell me her last name because I don't recall it right now, but I know her first name is Angelica. But and this all really started, due to really, I mean, propaganda from Russia. I mean, when you think about it, the young lady has been participating in the sport for quite some time. If I'm not mistaken, she participated in the 2020 Olympics. She wasn't that good. She really just started getting a little bit better in 2022, and then she really caught the attention in 2023 when she beat a Russian boxer, and then once she beat the Russian boxer, the IBA, which is a corrupt organization, started to investigate her more, and it just felt like they really didn't find out anything. But the young lady really is a cis woman. Kay, what's your thoughts on that we would jump to conclusions like that?
So, what's a cis woman? What does that mean? Tell our viewers what a cis woman is.
A cis woman is a woman that is born with the genitalia of a woman and also identifies as a woman.
I got you. Okay. Some of our listeners, including me, I may not know what that term means.
Okay.
But yeah, she was born as a female. I mean, there's some documentation out there, some pictures of when she was a little girl, and the boxer is Angelica Carini. Angelica Carini and her opponent, yeah, like you said, Imane Khelif. So what happened? Listen, I got a lot. I cannot tell you how many messages I got. Hey, you guys got to talk about this, and why aren't you putting this out on your social media feed? Why don't you? And then I got some retractions of people saying, "Oh, wait," because when it came out, basically, like you said, the IBA is a corrupt organization, and they started putting out this propaganda. And look, I've even read deeper reports saying that what they were trying to do is they were trying to make sure that they sort of, how should I say this, influence how the West see these Olympics. And they did an amazing job of doing that, because everybody within an hour, it was everywhere. Transgender, men fighting women, blah, 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 without ever even looking at the facts. It just points to how quick propaganda can get out there, and people can be influenced by propaganda. This lady she's always identified as a female. She was a female at birth. She got some heightened levels of testosterone, which I understand.
Yep.
A lot of women do, right?
Yep.
But it was none of that stuff that people put out, and they really owe this lady a huge apology. But here's the thing.
Yep.
Most people will go on in life, right, never even hearing that second part of the real story.
That's exactly right.
Because people don't want to hear that. They want that agenda to be pushed, that men are out there fighting women in the Olympics, and it just sort of go along with their narrative. But it's been discovered that the IBA is a corrupt organization, and they don't even participate. With the IOC, I think, banned that organization from even being a part of the Olympics. So it's just another way that they just test it. Let me just put this out there, and let's see how quick people are run with it.
Yeah, so I feel exactly the same way that you feel. When you think about the young lady, she's been participating in the sport for quite some time, and the fact that we are attacking her, or certain people are attacking her in that manner, it's disgraceful. And to your point, it points to how quickly people will jump on a narrative, and there's a number of different entities out there, outlets, people who try to control the narrative. Most notably Clutch Sport, right? Those guys are always out there trying to control the narrative, right? That's why I hate LeBron. But at the end of the day,
What?
yeah,
What
I
is
just
that?
thought I'd throw that bomb out there to you. See what happens. But no,
I can see the headlines now. LeBron and transgender fight.
Yeah,
Come on,
somebody,
man.
yeah, somebody will throw something out there crazy just by those comments that I made there. But no, I'm totally against any situation where we have, and I don't care if people feel, are upset by me saying this, but if you were born a man, I feel like, you are entitled to do whatever it is with your body. You're entitled to, if you identify as a woman, you're entitled to do all those things, right? I have no issue with that. But at the end of the day, you were still born a man, right? So you have those XY chromosomes. You still have your skeletal frame is still going to be that of a man, which is going to be more dense than a woman, right? You're still going to have, muscles or more dense, compact, explosive muscles than women, right? So, and I get you can take all the hormones you want, but there's still going to be elements of what you were born as, right? So I'm fine with, you identify as she, her, those are your pronouns. I'm lockstep with that in that regard. But if we're talking about competition, I just don't believe that should occur, because those women are going to be at a natural disadvantage, and specifically in the sport of boxing, it can be dangerous.
Yeah, we are really teetering a fine line when you say women can participate in men's sports or men can participate in women, especially men, because it's just a genetic difference.
Yeah.
That's a truth, right? I have kids, right? And at some point, yes, I have twins. Yeah, at one point, my twin girl, she was, she could beat up her twin brother.
Right.
But when they turn about 14
Oh, that's
and he
gone.
looks, he turn about 4, it can't happen. So, I definitely agree with you, but I do believe that people should be able to choose to be whatever they want to be. It
Exactly.
is not my business. It is
Exactly.
not, it doesn't have, it is not anyone's business, whether that be, whatever type of way that you want to, as far as identify as, and you have every right to identify it. You have every right to. Now, look, I've taught a bunch of human resource courses and designed a bunch of courses in human resources, and work with a bunch of organizations and companies about how you tackle these sorts of issues. But when we talk about sport, it becomes different. Listen, we look at the 100 meters. We talked about Sha'Carri Richardson at one point. Look at the 100 meters. The fastest that a female has ever run in the 100 meters is about 10:4. And and if we want to be honest, that's even being questioned as far as whether or not Florence Griffith Joyner was on any type of performance enhancing drugs at the time.
Right.
And so that's never been proven. And I'm a big, huge FloJo fan.
Same.
But my point is, you're talking about 10:4 for a male. 10:4 won't get you nowhere close to an Olympic trial.
Right.
Probably. You know what I mean? It'll never happen. And that will never be, 10:4 is probably never won, an Olympics ever, ever. So the point is, it's just a genetic difference. It's a genetic difference, and especially when we talk about the sport of boxing, this combat sports. Then we start saying, okay, should they be, women, men in MMA or in any kind of other sport, so basketball, right? What if you put a male in basketball? So, and I know that, and that's just the way it is. So I'm in lockstep agreement with you on that. But back to the point, they put out this. I think the deeper point though is they can put out this propaganda and people just run with it without ever even checking the facts.
Yeah.
And
No.
that's concerning.
It's not. It's always concerning, right? But that's always been the case, right? I mean, in politics, in any area that we delve into, if we get into the specifics of it, get really into it, you can always be influenced by certain things that are put out there. And most people, specifically Americans, they don't take the time to actually do any research, right? They just sit up there and they consume whatever is given to them. And that's perfectly fine if that's the way you want to be. I mean, you want to be a sheep. Eventually, they're going to lead you to your slaughter. So I would advise anybody, if you're doing any kind of, or if you have the intention to give your opinion on something or take a specific stance on something, make sure you do the research. So that's all we have for this particular video. Okay, we'll move on to the next one, but we appreciate you guys. Make sure you hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is First of All, and we are out.